What's up, guys? Today I want to show you a quick video of how to write the React functional component with TypeScript. It's pretty straightforward actually, but there's a different way for you that you can write this React component with TypeScript. I have an app.tsx here just for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna create a simple React component called app, which gonna do nothing and return a div. Okay, so this is what you normally write when you don't have any props or anything. Okay, but now most of the time you will have props, right, with your components. So the most obvious way to do is to pass in the props in here, right? So the props could be message, right? But now the message, you need to define the types because otherwise TypeScript gonna yell at you and say, what is these types, right? I would say it's type string, and I would maybe pass as a string a message here. Okay, now this will work. Okay, but most of the time you're not gonna have one props, right? So if you don't have one props, you need to do the other way around, right? I mean, you could write more, but then it's gonna look a bit messy, right? So a better way of doing this is to define types, okay, or we call types props. Okay, so types, you can, I would say app props like this. Okay, let's say I have a message which is a type of string. Okay, now in here I would destructure and say message, which is a types of app props. So this is much neat and much cleaner way of doing it, because you can add more, like, you know, like age, which is you know, number, like that, right? And then you can add more and more, and it's just more content, right? Because it's in the types of props. And another way that you could do this is to specify return values, right? So just to prevent that, if let's say some other people use your components and return something else that you don't expect it to return, you also can specify something like I want this going to return react.jsx.element. Okay, this will work too. So you want to make sure that this component can return a JSX element. Okay, and another way to do that is called inline type declaration. So it works this way. Let me show you. Let's say I don't have this, right? I delete this out and I delete this. Now without that types declaration, you need to do something like this. Okay, it looks fine, but for me personally, I feel like it's a bit repetitive, right? It's just, why would you write to message, you know? So with the props prop types, it looks much better, right? See, it looks much better, right? So I think this is the best way to write the functional components with TypeScript. And if you want to extend these props, you might want to use interface instead. And I'm gonna make another video about like types versus interface and what's different, which one you prefer, which one you should use in which situation. But in this case, types is sufficient for these components. And that's about it, guys. And thanks so much for watching the video, and see you in the next one.